he knows they hit him like she like, girl, you can get. We need more, tell him we need more. Putting numbers on the board like.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the first-time champions of the AFC, the Cleveland Browns, taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And CD, all eyes on the AFC champs. What a story. The Cleveland Browns, their first. Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the first-time champions of the AFC, the Cleveland Browns, taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And CD, all eyes on the AFC champs. What a story. The Cleveland Browns, their first Super Bowl appearance ever. 0-16 just 2 seasons ago, and now 4 quarters away from a Super Bowl title.
An utterly remarkable turnaround. There's no other way to put it. Fan base, can you imagine how desperate they've been for this day, for this opportunity to come around? You have to go back to 1964 for their last title in the NFL. That's pre-Super Bowl era. They beat the Colts 27-0 in that one. Frank Ryan, Jim Brown. But these fans are tired of hearing about the past. They're tired of hearing about the All-American Football Conference, how the Browns came into the NFL and blew everyone away. They've got their team now, their time, and they want to win. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers are back in the Super Bowl for just the second time in franchise history. I know one thing, they'd love a repeat of that first appearance. Would they ever? That was 2003 in San Diego, and it was Super Bowl 37. They were the underdogs coming in against the Oakland Raiders, and they flogged the Raiders in that game, 48-21. You know what I remember most about that? John Gruden was the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he'd previously been the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. And during practice leading up to the game, he would play scout team quarterback and tell the defense all the characteristics and mannerisms of the Raiders quarterback, Rich Gannon, and had his defense totally prepared. And boy, did they play well and won their first Super Bowl title. On second down, McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out. Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now he'll throw with Brady. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl. No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one? And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. That's called setting the tone right away. It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They go play action. Mayfield. It's complete to Grant. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And Mayfield just getting the play off. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. 9 yards that time.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And now Hill's hit, and he lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now this time, Brady will throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Wait, that. Wait, Tighten up. Check three. Rip. Hey, 66.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Richardson, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Third and long for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Mayfield now. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield with it once more. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 2nd and 10, Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady, he completes it to Evans. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Bradley Pena now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Grant on the return. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip ends here.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Pistol. Check girls, check girls. 49, check 49, check 49. Hey, wahoo!
Here's Mayfield going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the... And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check 26, check 25.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And down to the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A toss play to Chubb. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tighten up. Pull together.
They go with Chubb on second down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
180. Check. Walk 54. It's a party now.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, a full half to be played. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Delta. Hey, go 66.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing. Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Regular. Check. He's coming. He's got double up. 53's in now. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
53! Hey, check it. Hey, exit. Shadow.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Olivier Vernon in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
72. Sugar.
Brady. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
He's going to run, but he's got to... And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
No, 66. Mark 20. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, Haywood. Mark 20. Hey, watch this.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got him in. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, I step 150.
Now Brady. And he finds Howard complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
1250. Let's go. Look what he hit. 72.
On the ground, McCaffrey, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Real. 45. Run. Get that quarterback at all costs. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Mayfield on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Brady now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Keeps himself upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Brady. Flush to his right. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They run it again with Chubb. Running right through him. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Play fake. Mayfield. Flushed out right. Open man is Higgins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Ndamukong Suh, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Regular. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert! Mike 54. In your face. Alert 3.
Mayfield with it once more. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
I got him.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Man, I got you. Man. Hey, orbit. Mike 54. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. Point it right. Hey, watch that.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Browns drive about to get started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
We got 4. We got 4.
Mayfield now. Now a desperation throw deep down, and it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never, but in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi. We'll see you next season right here on EA Sports.